Speaking of Patreon, I still put up exclusive content. I got a video that I'm going to speak about. I'm going to post soon. I probably should have done it already, but the editing part is just a bitch sometimes. But it should be up. I may just do straight to audio. I don't know. But shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure you become a member of the channel as well. I do post in the members tab. So if you want to be a part of those members only conversations, join it. You know, so to everybody that's here, we're going to talk about something. You know, I feel like I've gotten off my message over the last, I would say, couple of years. My content hasn't been as focused as it should be. You know, I've expanded it to speaking about all different types of things when I should have kept it on the interactions of males and females in our society. And I want to get back to that because I've gone completely off my message. And sometimes when you get to that point, you have to take an inventory of what you're doing and say, are you really pushing a message or are you just pushing content? And I want to push a message. I don't want to push just content. So let's see who's here. Let's see. TJ. We got Trill, Long Tongue, Saryitas, Amari, Chocolate City, Gemini, Sydney, Bronx Side. What's up? Devo, Jimmy, David, Simply, Argerine, Dave. Said David name. This Juggy, Rising, Metamorphosis, Yakuza series, Treehouse, I'm Him, Matthew, Brad, K. Francis, Devon, Jara, Paris, what's up? Severe, a boy was good. I feel like I've gotten ultimate because I want people to ultimately look at the content that I make and I want them to appreciate the message. And especially to us as melanated men, because, you know, we get so much shit from people who say that we don't protect black women, right? That is the BS that we have to deal with. In a situation, now again, we don't know in this story right here who, if the person in the car was black or white. We don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was looking at the guy's energy, and I'm going to show y'all the video. Just looking at his energy, like he was talking to another Negro. I want y'all to understand that a society cannot grow and progress if men and women are unbalanced. If men are weak and women are usurping gender roles and women are slurring themselves out, where are we? You got young girls aspiring to be just like the women that they see on social media. Look where we're at. And I want you black men to understand something. You only have one life, okay? And you have to live it to the fullest. You see, back in the day, us as men, we could check each other without any violence. Now, maybe there's instances where violence can come into play. But I feel like men have gotten so weak and cowardly that just by them hearing a hint of criticism from another man brings out the gun. Now, this isn't the only story. I've heard stories before of men losing their life trying to help these women. Stop helping these women. If these women don't know their place in society, if these women want to be with men who put their hands on them, what in the hell can you do? What can you do about it? You can't do nothing about it because we're unbalanced. A lot of these women didn't have fathers growing up. That's why they chase older men. They're chasing that father figure in those men. Don't let them fool you. They're looking for leadership and security from the men that they date. We are in a black men. Listen, I understand that if we see somebody, because listen, this is normal for us as men. We see somebody in distress, especially a woman, we would step in. At least that's what you're told to do, right? But it can be dangerous because a lot of these women choose the men that they're with. These men didn't become violent overnight. This is who these men were. I refuse to believe that these women did not see this in these men before they got with them. We are unbalanced as a society. Women seek the wrong things in men. And a lot of you men are weak. A lot of you men are cowards. You didn't have a father in your life, so you run to go follow other men. Or you go and you sleep with a bunch of women and you think that that's what manhood is. And you own nothing. You have no legacy to leave to your children. And some of you Negroes have a bunch of children and you have nothing to leave them except for stories of your conquest of their mothers. What's good, Dion? That's all you have to pass on to your offspring. When I see dudes bragging about the women that they screw, why don't you brag about your accomplishments and the stuff that you own? You own nothing. What are you going to pass on to all those children? Nothing. It's good, Generalissimo. Make sure y'all like the stream because I'm here to speak today. We prioritize the wrong things. We prioritize the wrong things. If you don't own anything, I don't want to hear none of your bragging. I don't want to hear none of your stories. What you have to say is irrelevant to me. I'm on that type of time. I want to know what you've built, what you own. Because I hear a lot of these people that want to give life advice, but they own nothing. Nothing. All they have is how to get women. So what? Women are the easiest thing to get. Just get yourself in some good shape, dress good, and just have just the minimal amount of, way of speaking to them. Just a little bit of game. But what are your accomplishments? What have you built? What are you going to leave on? Are you going to be forgotten about or are you going to be remembered? That's what we should be focusing on. But instead, I see y'all focusing on the wrong shit. You want to support politicians that want to destroy masculinity. You support politicians that hate masculinity. Yeah, box is easy to get, Paris. It's not hard to get. I think that some of you guys have unrealistic expectations, and I can tell. Okay? And I want you to understand that if you do not have a strong community, you're going to have a fractured, broken community where the men are so weak and they're so cowardly, they will take the life of a man who's just intervening into you putting your hands on your woman in public. Right? You could have just drove off. I don't know if he was waiting for for his girlfriend to come back or wife to come back or whatever. But instead of you leaving, you take the life of another black man but your sorry ass would be on Facebook talking about racism. You brothers of color talk about white people as if they are your major problem, but we have to see videos of you taking the life of another black man you're getting in an argument with. Now, this is why I would tell y'all, you might as well not even get involved. Just go about your business, because if she didn't want to be with him, she wouldn't be with him. These women choose these men. These women look for the wrong things in these men, and they think they can control them, and they can't. And when they can't control them, you have these situations where these men are publicly putting hands on these women. We have no community. This is why, what's good, Daisy? When people talk about marriage and why I'm not supportive of marriage, marriage only works if you have a strong community. Unless you don't care about a community, which a lot of you need to stop talking about community if you don't care about it. But the only way a marriage is going to work is if you have a strong community. Now, you can always go and prove me wrong. You can always go and prove me wrong, go and get married and do whatever. But stop talking about community when you don't have one. The black people in this country really don't have a community. We got a bunch of fractured, broken people who don't like each other. This is why you see stuff like this happen. Instead of you driving off, you want to argue with somebody. You can tell the guy was a coward because he's sitting in his car. He didn't even get out of his car. Just from the video I saw, he's sitting in his car arguing with somebody. How about you take your black ass home with your woman? Now, when they find you, you're going to be in prison for the rest of your life. That woman is going to be screwing other men while you're sitting your dumb ass in prison. You fucking idiot. But this is black people today. Just a bunch of stupid, ignorant people that worry about the wrong things. And you wonder why we have fallen so far behind everybody else? You're a bunch of clowns that worry about the wrong things. And you don't own shit. Black men are destroying each other, not white supremacy. I don't think I've ever really been scared or intimidated by white people, even though I do joke that, you know, you have a group of white people, you might want to step to the other side of the sidewalk too, because white people can be just as dangerous as black people, you know. I believe that, but we got to worry about each other, remember? But then you got these people talking about they support marriage and they want people getting married when you ain't got no community. We got a bunch of weak ass lame males out here pretending to be men. You're a bunch of weak, cowardly clowns. You have nothing to offer society. You're somebody else's employee if you're working. Or you're probably getting your ass arrested, not taking care of your children. You know what's funny? You got a bunch of these dudes, right? They got so much good advice, but they don't take care of their own children. Ain't that funny? Shout out to B Friends. 2015 JDB in full effect. Appreciate it. I told you I was going to talk to these people. I'm sick and tired of the shit I'm seeing, and somebody has to say something. Now y'all got me cursing. But it's late night, so it should be all right. Kids should be in bed. They shouldn't be up late listening to me right now. Paris says, you sound like my dad, Jay. Listen, this is how you have to talk to black men. You have to talk to black men like this, because a lot of them ain't had no father in their life. And the sad part is their fathers. And they spend more time on social media than with their children. Listen, I hate seeing stories of black men taking each other's life for literally no reason. Why are you sitting in your car? First off, let me say this to the Good Samaritan. You should have just walked away, bro. You should have just walked away. Because the energy that you were giving in that video, it may get that dude off, or they may plead it down to a lesser like manslaughter charge. He might not even do that much time, because what they would argue is that he was menacing, he was making certain gestures, and he was very aggressive. I understand the instinct in us, especially if you were raised by single mothers, is to help women in need, especially if we come from an abusive household. If we come from an abusive household, we want to protect women who've been abused, but you can't. You can't protect those women because they don't protect themselves. So, because of that, this is what we have. You got men who, and this is how a lot of these guys end up doing crazy things at the behest of women, because all a woman has to say is that a man put his hands on them, that a man did something to them, and that it will trigger that guy to go and do something based off of that woman's word. Because these men are not healed. They're not healed. And we have to hear this same BS about how black women are not protected. When black men try to protect you, they end up losing their life. I don't want to see black men lose their life over nonsense. If that woman is with a man who's putting hands on them, that is her choice. Look at the guy who lost his life in New York at that bodega, trying to fight the store clerk, and he lost his life because of what his girlfriend told him, and he felt like he needed to go in there in that moment and confront that guy, and he lost his life. And it got her on video trying, I believe, to stab the clerk, and I believe she did stab him. What is wrong with you black men? You need therapy. A lot of you guys have serious mental issues that you don't go and address. You get online and you spew your mental illness, or you confront another black man. This guy in New York lost his life because of what his girlfriend had him up there doing. He literally went in there thinking he gonna defend his woman. Let me tell you something right now. You do not ever go behind no counter to confront nobody. You need to go in there. You want to say something to him, say something to him. But what that guy did was wrong, and he lost his life because of it. Shout out to Yardley.
Remember the dude who lost his life at the NYC bodega? Because he was so calling defending his GF?
Right.
I guarantee she moved on to another dude.
Oh, she probably already done moved on. That's how these women operate. You dudes think that you're defending your woman. Nah, you're sharing that woman. You're sharing that woman. A lot of you dudes are sharing your women. And as soon as you're out the picture, whether you're lost your life or whether you're in prison, she's going to be screwing other men, probably in the same bed you slept in. Any woman that puts you up to put your life at risk doesn't care about you. That's a fact. What's good, Cali girl? Prime VA, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream. You sharing your woman. Black men understand this. When you do dumb things and get incarcerated, you were sharing your woman the whole time because she knows you're a useful moron. This is why nobody respects you, black men. You do dumb things expecting that you're going to be rewarded. What, with prison? With death?
How can I protect you from your side piece? Your sugar daddy?
Right. Appreciate that, Kelvin. Shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream. I'm tired of seeing you dudes you lose everything in a split second because of what some heifer that's probably cheating on you told you. Because she knows how you are, and she knows that you're willing to do something dumb to impress her. So understand this. Stop putting yourselves in situations to lose your life. It's not worth it. It really isn't. A lot of these women are broken. A lot of these women need therapy their damn self. And they have a hatred towards black men too. Have y'all don't know that? They have hatred towards black men. They really do. But they mask it. They're able to hide it. But what they will do is they will use you to attack another black man. That's what they will do. Don't be that guy. Seriously. Shout to Cali girl.
Baby, I love you, kiss mark.
Well, thank you, Cali girl. I appreciate that. I got love for you too. Got love for all y'all. Got love for you too, you know? I love everybody. I love all my supporters. If you support me, I got a whole lot of love for you. If you don't like me, then the views still count, you know? Shout out to everybody that's here. Listen, man, this is the times we are in. And when I see these pro-whacks on Twitter and social media talking about a black community, racism, I chuckle because you can tell these people are not from black neighborhoods. And the damage that we do to each other, selling drugs to other black people, abusing, jumping black people, bullying them, harassing them. That stuff goes on in black communities. There ain't a lot of white people there. The only white people you see are probably police officers that you called to that neighborhood. Y'all love calling the white police officers to your neighborhood. But y'all complain about the way that they treat you. Well, stop calling them to your neighborhood. If you would stop calling the police to your neighborhood, then maybe you wouldn't have to deal with racist white cops, as y'all call them. Race soldiers, as y'all call them.
Brothers, do for self. Choose your battles wisely and do not pick your hill to die on for these lost split tails. No one will love you more than you will love yourself. They ain't worth it.
Appreciate that, Antonio. Shout out to you. That's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to think for yourself and live your life for yourself. Don't get shamed into joining a bunch of weak people who need guidance. Because that's all you see. Is a bunch of weak people looking for guidance. But meanwhile, they don't want to be anywhere near the black people. You got dumbass LeBron James talking about how he don't know if Brittany Griner would, why in her situation, why she would even want to come back to America, you know, based on how they're quote unquote treating her. What? She got herself locked up over there in Russia. That has nothing to do with America. She tried to get away with something and got caught. People have the option of living here or not living here. Get you a passport. You can go anywhere you want to. You could, you know, especially if you work online, you could live anywhere. Probably have a better lifestyle in a different country if you have to do your research. I want everybody to do your research before you move to one of these countries. Do your research. Maybe do a visit here and there before you actually move there. But if you don't want to be here and you want a change of scenery, go do it. Nobody is forcing you to be here. Shout out to Kareem. So don't be a hero for villains, my dudes, SYSBM. Shout out to you, Kareem. And shout out to all SYSBM, the traveling bros, everybody that's out there doing whatever. As long as it's, you know, within legal bounds. Make sure y'all like the stream. I want to see black people succeed. I really do. I don't want to see us be manipulated. But it's hard to tell you people you're being manipulated because you're like, shut up, Jay. Let us be manipulated. Let us support Joe Biden that's been locked, that supported and locking us up for years, supported bills that if you got caught with just a small bit of rock, crack cocaine, you could be locked up mandatory 5 years and you can lose everything. But that's the guy that you people wanted because you people are just so dumb and you don't do no research. A lot of these celebrities are, especially a lot of these Democrat loving slaves, these multi-millionaire, billionaire slaves who are dumb as, like, you got Aisha Curry doing a promotional video for Joe Biden. Vote for Biden. Y'all should see that. Go to her Instagram. The video is there. And that's the person that y'all want me to stop talking about when she do dumb things. Why? She's a Democrat slave. Why shouldn't I talk about her? She's a Joe Biden. She did a whole skit video for Joe Biden. Why wouldn't I talk about her? Y'all look at the whole family dynamic and they're quote unquote Christians, but you don't look at their ideology. You don't look at it. Y'all don't look at that stuff, but y'all want to get mad when I speak about them. Sierra too. When I say something about Sierra, here y'all go. Even some of you males, man. Why are you talking about Sierra and Russell? They're happy. Don't you see? She's not pulling away from him when he's trying to kiss her. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. And no, LeBron would never be Kobe. Even Jeannie Buss knows that. Jeannie Buss knows LeBron James will never be Kobe Bryant. She even said out of her own mouth. No, she even said it on Twitter, but y'all want to pretend like she wasn't talking about LeBron. Okay. Listen, anybody who's a Biden supporter can get the smoke. They can get the smoke. Especially if you're one of these celebrities. If you're a Biden supporter and you're a celebrity, you're definitely getting smoke. And I don't care what your stupid fans have to say, because you are a black-faced person who is supporting a party that does nothing but destroy your community. Okay? Who wants men in dresses to be seen as women and in the same bathrooms as your wives and your daughters. The mental illness in this society is crazy, and you people go along with it because you're clowns too. What's good, Ricky? Next thing you know, let me tell you what Sierra gonna do to Russell, right? This is a side note. She gonna start publicly like doing little humiliation rituals on him. She gonna start doing little humiliation rituals. When I did that video about her denying him that kiss, that was the first one. Now she's back twerking all over the place, and y'all want to sit up there and y'all want to pretend like it's not a bad. It's a bad look. I don't care what y'all say. It's a bad look. You don't like it, so what? You ain't gonna stop me from talking about it. These people are liberals. Like I said, I got smoke for Democrat liberals all day long. If you are a Democrat liberal celebrity, you getting smoked. I don't care if you do have a family unit and you're married. You're part of that Shout out to everybody, sir.
It's easier to fool people than to convince them they have been fooled.
Right, bro. Appreciate that greatness, man. Do y'all know that we're sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine? Probably shouldn't even say the word, because they fucked with my live stream last time I was live. They deranked it or whatnot because I spoke a lot about what was going on with Russia and everything over there. But I will say this: they're sending billions of dollars overseas to support a war with another country instead of the homeless. Like, Do you know how crazy it is when you're not even in a big city, but you're seeing homeless people everywhere? That's how bad it's gotten. And it ain't just black homeless people. We're talking about white homeless people. Because this country and the people in power care more about picking fights with foreign countries than trying to fix the issues over here, which is why black people need to get their shit together. I don't care what y'all say. You can get mad all you want to. These politicians are not going to save you, whether they're Democrat or Republican. They're not going to save you. You have to save yourself, people. You have to work for yourself. You have to build yourself up. You got to be able to be an entrepreneurial spirit, because one of the things I want y'all to understand is that at some point we got to get out of this worker bee mentality. We got to get out of this. I'm about to play the clip in a minute, but I have a lot to say. I got a lot to say. We need to start doing for ourselves and stop looking for saviors. We've been looking for a savior since the 60s. It ain't coming. Dr. Umar is not your savior. I don't care how many schools he opens up. Tariq Nasheed ain't your savior. None of these people are. You have to save yourself, especially black men. Y'all love trying to look for a leader somewhere. The leader is inside you, not in anybody else. I don't care how big of a following they have. I don't care, I don't care how many subscribers they have. I don't care how many heifers you think like them. That matters not. That matters not. Black men, you need to start thinking and start working on yourself and understand this community is broken. Now, the clip I'm going to play here. Now, I know people are probably going to look at the playback and they're going to feel some type of way about me not playing the clip. Who cares? I mean, this is my stream and I'm going to talk as long as I want to. If you don't like it, you can go. Okay, go do your own live stream. And go have people listen to you if you can, because a lot of you probably can't. That's why you're here. And yeah, I don't want to see nothing like that in my comment section whatsoever, because you have the option of not watching. I got to talk to black men. Black men need to hear something from me. They need to hear this. Now, some people may talk this and say, I need to hear nothing from you. Yes, you did, because a lot of you are in bad shape. You're in bad shape, and it's proven by this video I'm going to play here. Make sure I get much of it. And how we can't even talk to each other and try to help each other without somebody trying to take somebody's life. Black men, we have to be smart. In some situations, we need to avoid. All right? So make sure y'all like the stream.
We're getting a look at new surveillance video showing the moments before a man was shot while trying to break up a fight at a DeKalb County gas station. We first brought you this story as breaking news. It happened yesterday at the Chevron gas station on Candler Road. In this new video, you can see the victim walk up to the car parked at one of the gas pumps. Police say he tried to intervene in a fight between a man and woman inside that car, but the man inside that vehicle shot him before driving off. Now, this is the third shooting at a Metro Atlanta gas station this weekend. Police are still... Third
shooting. This is the third shooting at this gas station. Listen, nothing good tends to happen at these gas stations, man. Nothing good. This is a gas station, but nothing good seems to happen at
Black
these
Boss
gas
Crown
stations.
Kiss Mark smile with a halo throwing kisses full score biceps medium skin tone index pointing up medium skin tone rock medium skin tone.
Thank you, Cali Girl. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Cali Girl showing the love. All right. But yeah, nothing tends to happen at these gas stations, especially at night.
Searching for the suspect. We're getting a look at new surveillance video showing the moments before a man was shot while trying to break up a fight at a DeKalb County gas station. We first brought you this story as breaking news. It happened yesterday at the
I believe he did lost his life because I have an article here I'm gonna get to.
Chevron gas station on Candler Road. In this new video, you can see the victim walk up to the car parked at one of the gas pumps.
As you can see, the guy sitting in the car, I guess with his wife. Bruh, I would advise I would advise a lot of you guys, don't do this. Don't do this because a lot of these black men are mentally unstable, man. They're mentally unstable. And they're not going to like you talking to them a certain type of way because they ain't never had fathers talk to them. And they're going to take what you're doing as a threat.
Police say he tried to intervene in a fight between a man and woman inside that car, but the man inside that vehicle shot him before driving off. Now, this is the third shooting at a Metro Atlanta gas station this
third
weekend.
Shooting.
Police are still searching for the suspect.
They never talk about gun control when black people are just shooting each other down. Y'all know that? Because they don't care about black lives unless it's taken by a white cop. And gun control is only effective, I guess, if you take the lives of white people or Jewish people or, you know, anybody else that's not black. That's when they want to take guns. That's how minimal they think of us. They're like, well, they're just killing each other. It's just another day in Chicago. It's another day in Chicago.
We're getting a look at...
But even though this is in Atlanta, I know, but that's how they treat shootings in black neighborhoods.
Video showing the moments before a man was shot while trying to break up a fight at a DeKalb County gas station. We first brought you this story as breaking news. It happened yesterday at the Chevron gas station on Candler Road. In this new video, you can see the victim walk up to the car parked at one of the gas pumps. Police say he tried to intervene in a fight between a man and woman inside that car, but the man inside that vehicle shot him before driving off. Now, this is the third
shot him and then drove off. You could have drove off before you shot him.
Atlanta gas station this weekend. Police are still searching for the suspect.
But he had to look tough in front of his woman. And this is the article here. It says, man shot to death trying to help a woman being beaten at a gas station. It says DeKalb County police are investigating a confrontation that ended in a deadly shooting at a Chevron gas station. The shooting happened at a Chevron Candler Road and Misty Waters Drive just after 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Once again, people, nothing good happens after 2 a.m. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m., man. Nothing. Police on the scene told Channel 2's Steve Galbuck that the victim was killed trying to intervene in a couple's argument. Police said the victim saw a man and woman arguing in a car parked at a gas pump. The victim possibly saw the man hitting the woman. Investigators said the man went to help, but the other man shot him. The victim died at the scene. The couple drove away in a white car. Investigators gathered surveillance footage from a camera that covers the gas pump and an area of the parking lot, but they have not released any images or a good description of the suspect or the vehicle the couple may have been driving. The victim has not been identified. I noticed in Georgia crimes, they never seem to want to release the victim's name. Like they don't want to put the victim's name out there for whatever reason. I don't know. Let's play this video here.
I chose Upstart because I was on financial aid for...
Okay, that's an ad. Listen, man, I tell y'all, man, I would not advise any of you to get involved in these domestic situations because they're not going to end well. These women choose the men that they're with, and the thing is that they're going to end up going back to those men. Let's turn this up. All right.
Yeah, Lori, that's right. That county commissioner held a community march over the weekend demanding people stop the violence. Take a look.
Yeah, like those work. We need mental health evaluations. That's what we need.
Here we're at this Chevron gas station here in Tucker, just off Lawrenceville Highway. We spoke to a security guard who suggests that while you're pumping gas, stay off your phone and beware of your surroundings at all times so you're not a target for criminals.
Shootings and murders are plaguing gas stations and convenience stores in DeKalb County. In February, a man was shot and robbed at this gas station on Redan and Panola. In March, a young father was caught in the crossfire of a shootout on Covington Highway.
Crossfire.
He was shot and killed with his child in the back seat. And just last week, a store clerk was shot in the face here at a gas station on Candler Road.
The legal system doesn't appear to be a deterrent to crime.
On Saturday, hundreds of people...
They don't care about going to jail, especially if they think they're going to get back out. They want to do harm to another black person. As long as they're able to do harm to another black person, they don't care. It's all about doing harm and violence to somebody. And as long as they can do that, they're fine with that. This is the mentality that we have. We hate each other so much that we look to do violence to each other, knowing that there's consequences. What's good, sir?
People showed up for a rally on Hairston Road,
For a rally.
holding signs and demanding to stop the violence. Lance Hammonds is the chairman of the Rockbridge Coalition. He says they've spearheaded a new program to get local businesses on the same page.
Basically, it's a voluntary program where we ask the businesses to work with us. We ask them to put up the proper signage, the lighting inside and outside their properties, the right cameras, the no loitering signs.
He says about 15 businesses are on board so far.
We will provide them with a sticker that says there is community certified safe business. And that lets the community know that this business is with us and we're going to support them wholeheartedly.
And back here live in Tucker, we noticed this surveillance camera here at this gas station. So we asked the county commissioner about surveillance camera programs at convenience stores and gas stations to discourage criminals. What she's considering instead, I'll have that part of the story ahead in the next half hour.
All right, I'm interested in hearing that. We'll check in with you in just a few minutes.
Yeah, it's not going to deter these people. They are determined to destroy somebody else's life. They are determined to destroy the lives of other black people because they are screwed up. Whether it's something that happened to them and they never got over it, so they carry this grudge and this chip. And well, I had the audio as high as I could have it. So if it's low, it's because of this article's the video when it was low. I had the article, I had the audio up as high as it could be. Hopefully y'all heard it. And they just want to inflict punishment on other people. But y'all want to talk, people want to talk about, well, we need to be out here getting married and having families, but you have no solid community. What community are that families going to be in? Those children are going to be raised in. They're going to be raised around people that don't look like them. That's the thing. Shout out to Kareem. Oh man.
They trying to get to that prison bussy Jaye loudly crying loudly.
Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Appreciate it. Listen, man, I think in some cases it might be true. Especially if they keep going back to jail. It's like, well, damn, you don't want to stay out of jail? You just never know the motivation sometimes, man. Some people some of these guys just do it just to do it. Just cause. There might not even be a good reason. You know? And we are in dangerous times, people. This is why I tell y'all it's good to be around like-minded people, and don't let anybody shame you into wanting to be connected to like-minded people, because that's what we need. That's the only community that matters. Communities based on race don't matter anymore. It's all about the community of people who know each other, a community of people who understand each other. That's what matters now. We can't base everything on, oh, these people are black, so they're going to be cool to me. That's not always the case. That's not always the case. So understand this, people. us as black men, we are our own worst enemy. It ain't white supremacy, you know. And then when they try to bring up racial situations, right? It usually because if you're let's say you're a black man around majority Caucasian people, at some point you may have an issue with a Caucasian person, but your life, people try to make us to blame everything on white people when black people have destroyed themselves and white people had nothing to do with it. Did a white person make you pick up that gun and shoot that black man? You would think that would deter you from doing it. But no. They hate black men probably just like their mothers did. And they grew up with that same mentality and it carried over. That's why there's such simps in the black community. These guys are such simps for the women that they with because they're basically taught to appreciate and respect and love women. That's why that bystander lost his life, because he thought he was protecting that woman. He thought he could protect that woman. No, you can't. If she wanted protection, she would have left that guy a long time ago. Stop blaming white people unless you're around white people and they're actively trying to destroy you. But if that's not happening, you black males of color need to stop blaming others and look yourself in the mirror. Okay? Every weekend we're hearing about multiple shootings in Chicago or some of these other cities, and it has to do with black people. And people are going to say, well, Jane, most of those crimes get solved. No, they don't. Half of those crimes don't ever get solved. So miss me with that, okay? They'll say, well, the one who did it got brought to justice, and a good percentage of those don't get brought to justice. They don't get brought to justice. They don't. Stop saying that. And even if they do, they don't even get that much time in some cases. Some cases they do. Sometimes other cases they don't. They don't get hardly any time. Y'all want to be blameless. No. Never. Okay? We need accountability. And you black people need to be accountable. You can sit here and try to blame everybody else. You can call me whatever name you want to call me, but you know what I'm saying is right. You know. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to let's see.
Time for brothers like us in
Shout out to
this stream
Antonio.
to rebrand the black culture for 2122. Leave the wolves in our culture for society to deal with. Darwinism can't save everybody.
Right.
Either they'll adapt and get on board or we'll be left.
Right. Appreciate that, Antonio. That's why I think, guys like Dr. Umar are disingenuous, and guys that want to bring black people together online, bring those black people together offline too. We're not doing that. We're getting on live streams and we want to perpetuate this myth that, we are as one community and we're fighting oppression. Y'all ain't fighting nothing but yourselves. That's the only people you're fighting. You just fighting yourselves. And listen, a lot of you men, you have enough time to actually make the changes in your life. We've all had to before we took the red pill. But some of y'all don't. That's why you got males attacking other men, because they don't like their ideology. Because they're suckers. And I don't respect that. I don't care what background you have. You know what's going on out here, but you still want to attack other men because they have a different opinion of you than you. Then I don't care what your upbringing was. That matters not to me. Because you could have made that change just like everybody else did, and you didn't because you're a loser. And like you said, we can't save everybody. And I'm not saving none of you grown none of you. You need to wake up yourself and make that change. A lot of you guys are not alpha males like you think you are. These women are deceiving you. These women know you like the back of their hand. You're not as smart as you think you are. And listen, we all have our paths to take. We all have our battles to fight, but we need to fight the battles that matter. And I see some people say some of the most trivial nonsense ever. Like, people speak on my content. I make content that's entertaining to me, okay, and my audience. But I rarely will speak like this because I understand. One, I understand YouTube. And two, I don't think you're ready for it. I don't think they're ready for this truth. Because a lot of times when you tell people the truth, they will rebel. And my way of, when I make content, is to give you increments of the truth in certain topics, because we know y'all worship celebrities, so that's why I speak on them, because y'all worship them. Y'all follow them, y'all support them, y'all will defend them. So why not speak on that? But in this case right here, I have to speak directly to you black men and say, listen, this needs to stop. We need to fix ourselves, get ourselves together. It ain't, and the thing is this, do I speak on women? Yes, I do. And I'm going to continue to, because a lot of these heifers are out of pocket. They're crazy. They're delusional. And we are putting that out there. We are putting that out there to expose who they truly are. And a lot of you guys, right? Like this person here in this chat room whose comment wasn't even seen, looking for attention like a female, and that's why I do what I do. And I will continue to do that, and that's why I am great at what I do, whether some of you like it or not. Okay? And I hope people understand that it is better to be a part of a group of intelligent, like-minded, thoughtful people than a bunch of delusional dreamers, even though, I'm a Pisces, so, I dream, but I dream in reality too. I'm about reality too. I'm about reality too. A lot of you dudes are losing out here. These women are running circles around you, but here you are arguing and fussing and fighting with other men. No, I don't support marriage. So what? And you know what's crazy? You got some of these guys that they support women. They support women. They will defend some of these women out here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And they be quick to fight another man, but then they claim their red pill. Or they're going their own way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just, it's crazy. It absolutely is. So a lot of times, I would say, we are at a point to where we got to make choices. A lot of us want to play defense. I don't play defense on anything. I really don't. I've always made my positions clear. A lot of you guys don't. A lot of you pretend like you do, but you don't. Some of these guys, they go back and forth. They're here. They're there. Their emotions are high and low. That's why nobody cares what they have to say. Exactly why. Get you in the mood to hear a sermon. A sermon about what? A sermon about what? I'm just speaking the truth. Some of you males ain't gonna like it. It's because you're a clown. And and you don't like that mirror in your face. And that's why I can confidently say what I'm saying, because I haven't been proven wrong. I see what goes on, especially on social media, here on YouTube. I see how you dudes are. I see how you move. A lot of you guys, listen, I don't care what women come around me. I'm still going to be me. But you get an attractive woman on this platform or in one of these chat rooms of men arguing, get an attractive woman there. Here these guys go, right? They go from going in on the women to wanting to date the woman. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really be mindful of the fact that a lot of these guys will flip flop and be here and there. And I don't do that. I don't. That's why I can say what I'm saying. So when it comes to what I have seen and the behaviors, a lot of you guys need to look at yourself in the mirror. Okay? Because we'll do anything to impress one of these heifers. We'll do anything to try to get a one up on another man. And you end up losing in the long run. Like this guy here. He thought he was actually doing something to help that woman. But he only put his own life in danger. Because we got a bunch of weak cowards that would rather sit in their car and argue and then shoot you and then drive off instead of just driving off. Yes, Paris. Well, I'm a what you call it? I'm like the last day of Pisces. What you call them? A cusper. Yeah, a cusper. A salute to everybody. In regards to what I said about a lot of you guys, man, a lot of you guys got to fix yourself before, especially, like, you know what's, that's what they call people in between Pisces and Aries. They call them cusper, you know. What was I going to say? What's my train of thought? Oh, yeah. You know, I can get on here and I can talk about what women do. And I have. I've spoken about how a lot of these women, from how they were raised, where they grew up in a single parent household, how they grew up around dysfunctional women in a dysfunctional household, and they dealt with certain things and how it can affect them growing up. I believe, you know, a lot of males deal with the same thing. Like, you got these guys, right? They will go around. Yeah, almost parents. They'll go around acting like they're holding women accountable. But all they're doing is going around looking like they're trying to be what they are not. A lot of these guys, they don't go to really work on themselves, but they want to give advice to other people. And you can tell, bro, you need to fix yourself. You have the same issues that them women have. You grew up in a dysfunctional household with dysfunctional parents or dysfunctional mother, and now all of a sudden you want to try to make people accountable. No, you know, you got to fix yourself first. I've had to do that. I know other people have as well. But that's just, you know, and one of the most hilarious things that I see is that you got men that will shame you when you talk about the things that these women do. You got some of these guys doing that now. They want to know why are you speaking about the things that these women do, not understanding that these women hold a lot of weight in society. Look at the Roe v. Wade BS, right? They're putting women in positions to look like they have power. Why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that for the perception. The perception is that, yes, look at the advancement of women. They are smart, they're intelligent, they can do everything a man can do. But that's not the truth, because these women end up failing when you put them in those situations. But it's all about the perception, because they want to have a deeper divide between men and women. You know? They want us to be divided. And for the most part, it has worked. So when I speak about what women are doing, look at how dysfunctional women have gotten, and how delusional they've gotten. I saw a video of a woman who was trying to fix her car, right? And she was recording herself for TikTok. And I guess somebody came to try to help her, and she got belligerent with them. And it's like, you're screwing up your car, right? Instead of you accepting the help or maybe getting roadside assistance, you're trying to prove a point. What? That you can... I believe she did that just to see if somebody would come and help her. Just like the female in the gym. Like, you recorded yourself. You were looking for a confrontation. Like, you got women that go out of their way to try to demonize a man who's not even paying them any attention. Right? That's what we have going on. So why not hold those women accountable? Why not say, you're doing that on purpose. You're purposely trying to get into some type of altercation with somebody for TikTok. They do it for TikTok. You know how many dumb things these people have done for TikTok? So that's why I say what I say about these heifers. And some of these guys, I guess they don't like it. Some of these guys think they're so intelligent and smart that they know how we should go forward in society, but they never tell you how. Okay, and we're not talking about the women. What should we talk about? Because they never sit there and actually hold men accountable for shit. They just want to shame other men for holding women accountable. How does that work? How in the hell does that work? You're supposed to be showing me what we should be talking about. So when you have the delusion as high as it is, it should be talked about, not ignored. So no, I'm not going to ignore it. And these women, these heifers are raising children. They probably raising them by themselves. So let's see. How long have I been live? It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Y'all still with me? With me ranting. Okay. Let me play this video again for the people that didn't see it.
We're getting a look at new surveillance video showing the moments before a man was shot while trying to break up a fight at a DeKalb County gas station. We first brought you this story as breaking news. It happened yesterday at the Chevron gas station on Candler Road. In this new video, you can see the victim walk up to the car parked at one of the gas pumps. Police say he tried to intervene in a fight between a man and woman inside that car, but the man inside that vehicle shot him before driving off. Now, this is the third shooting at a Metro Atlanta gas station this weekend. Police are still searching for the suspect.
See, better off just going about your day, man. If that woman wants to be with that guy, there's really nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can do. She's going to be with him regardless if you stepping in or not, because she got to go home with him. She probably lives with him. So stepping in and intervening is something that the old heads would have done probably 20 years ago, right? But no man is really doing that nowadays, because you already know what's going to happen. You already know what's going to happen. You're better off not doing anything, because if you step up and try to be a man, you may end up losing your life. Just like what happened in New York, man. You feel like you stepping up and being a man. And look where they got you. You know, you getting overzealous and thinking, I'm going to put hands on this dude. It's like, no, don't do that, man, because you don't know what he can. He got like a whole gun back there. But see, that's what happens when these males are not thinking. A lot of you males don't think. A lot of you go out there and you do things and you don't actually take inventory of what you're doing. You think I want to make a live stream about black men losing their life? Trying to step up and save some heifer? No. But I have to. Because who else is going to do it? Some of you males just want to talk about women because you ain't got one. That's why you're up 1 o'clock in the morning in your feelings about what I'm saying. Because I'm not about to sit here and argue with nobody at 12. I'm going to be laid up with some chick. It's probably my girlfriend, not just with no random. But I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be here. So, yes, we do need to talk about this. Black men are losing their life trying to be captain, save a heifer. Why are we going to ignore this? And we want to put all the blame on women. Did a woman do this to this guy?
They probably had musty relations after he shot him, Glenn.
I don't know what they had, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that man went back home and screwed that woman. And you up here trying to stop him from putting hands on her. He probably smacked her again and then had all types of relations with her. You know? But yeah, man, I'm not going to be up late arguing with nobody over their opinion. You can kick rocks. Go do something. But I don't want to see black men losing their life trying to play Captain Save a Heifer. We're not going to do that. We need logic. That's why these males are losing right now, because they don't have any logic, especially in these black communities. Just a bunch of males. Ain't no real men going up there. I was being hypothetical. I was being hypothetical. You know, but yeah, I'd be damned if I'm arguing with anybody 12 o'clock at night. That ain't happening. Especially on the internet. That ain't happening. Just like this guy 2 o'clock in the morning arguing with somebody.
She helping hide him out and all.
Yep, she is, Sigma. Help hiding them out, lying for him, probably getting them stuff. That's why you don't step into these situations. Because ultimately you could lose your life. For what? For a woman you don't know? If that woman was single and you was to see her out in public and you tried to, holler at her, she might ignore you. Like a lot of times, man, we want to step in. Now, maybe that woman look good. That could be a case too, right? You see an attractive woman, you think, I'm going to step in. I'm going to help her. Maybe she'll leave this guy who's putting his hands on her. That never happens, man. Let me play this video again. The after effects.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, Lori, that's right. That county commissioner held a community march over the weekend demanding people stop the violence. Take a look here. We're at this Chevron gas station.
Might want to turn up your devices.
Off Lawrenceville Highway. We spoke to a security guard who suggests that while you're pumping gas, stay off your phone and beware of your surroundings at all times so you're not a target for criminals.
Shootings and murders are plaguing gas stations and convenience stores in DeKalb County. In February, a man was shot and robbed at this gas station on Redan in Panola. In March, a young father was caught in the crossfire of a shootout on Covington Highway. He was shot and killed with his child in the back seat. And just last week, a store clerk was shot in the face here at a gas station on Candler Road.
The legal system doesn't appear to be a deterrent to crime.
On Saturday, hundreds of people showed up for a rally on Hairston Road, holding signs and demanding to stop the violence. Lance Hammonds is the chairman of the Rockbridge Coalition. He says they've spearheaded a new program to get local businesses on the same page.
Basically, it's a voluntary program where we ask the businesses to
She
work
getting
with
them
us.
felony strokes, making new felons rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, you know, the ladies, some of these ladies, they like the felons, man. Appreciate it.
We ask them to put up the proper signage, the lighting inside and outside their properties, the right cameras, the no loitering signs.
He says about 15 businesses are on board so far.
We will provide them with a sticker that says there is community certified safe business. And that lets the community know that this business is with us and we're going to support them wholeheartedly.
You know, that could work if there was some cohesion in the communities, with some leadership, with people that actually wanted those communities safe, right? But a lot of time that never happens. Like, you know, certain stores, they'll have a police car parked at those gas stations, depending on which area they're in. Obviously, they're not there because, again, you know, yeah, the sticker is bulletproof. Come on, man. You need leadership in these communities, man. That's what you need. Strong male leadership. All right? When you don't have strong male leadership, you're going to have communities where it's just lawlessness. This is why it's important for men to lead, right? It's important for women to raise their children properly. You know, we've been talking about this Roe v. Wade situation. You got a lot of women that are upset about Roe v. Wade only because they felt like it was a birth control option. It was like their go-to birth control option when they didn't want to take contraceptives, or they complain how they're allergic to condoms. Then they're like, well, if I get pregnant, I'll just get an abortion. See, that was an option for them. And in some states, it still is. Most states still is, right? So a lot of these women just don't want accountability. And they raise a community full of weak, effeminate, hyper-masculine males. And then you got a bunch of attention-seeking, fatherless females. That's what you breed in the black community, who just continue the cycle. They continue the cycle of having a whole bunch of boyfriends and no husbands, children out of wedlock.
And back here live in Tucker, we noticed this surveillance camera here at this gas station. So we asked the county commissioner about surveillance camera programs at convenience stores and gas stations to discourage criminals. What she's considering instead, I'll have that part of the story ahead in the next half hour.
All right, I'm interested in hearing that. We'll check in with you in just a few minutes. Thank you, Kristen.
Something definitely needs to be done, man, because again, we are our own worst enemies, and the males in the community, we have hate towards each other. Now, I know the easy option for a lot of you mentally just not on, I'll call low efficiency thinkers. You quick to look at the women. Yes, women do play a part into it, absolutely. But we all were at a point to where we acted in a certain manner, but we either grew out of it or we were able to learn a better way. And a lot of these males don't want to do that. They will call you a woman basher and a misogynist for believing that feminine women are the better option. That you don't want no masculine, educated heifer who has who has to be dominant and controlling. You know, they use the word partnership. Let me say this about this whole partnership thing. The only reason why women talk that partnership thing is because it's an easy way to say, you know what? I don't believe in gender roles. I may want to lead 70% of the time, and I may let you lead 30% of the time. That's not a partnership, because that's exactly what it's going to become. That's exactly what it's going to become. It's going to become a situation where she wants to lead most of the time, and she'll let you lead some of the time because it's a partnership. No, you just want control and you don't want to be feminine. It's not, to me, about submissiveness. It's about being a feminine woman. You know? That's what it's about. You know? But again, you know, I do think a lot of this ultimately does fall on women to actually do better in who they choose to have the children with and how the children are raised. If the children is not raised in an environment with two parents who have roles, those children are going to grow up confused. Look at these white liberals. Look at how demented they've become because there was an imbalance in that marriage that they saw. They had a domineering mother who treated their father like shit. Okay. And you got a lot of men who grew up weak and soft, and the women grew up domineering, crazy. This is an imbalance full of feminine energy. I got what Jazz King was saying. I don't think Jazz King was saying anything towards me. I think he was just reacting unless I missed something. But salute to everybody that's here, man. We here late night. I ain't done a stream in a while. Y'all know it. Y'all can tell when I ain't done a stream in a while. I just be on here lingering. But yeah, man, listen. It's no excuse for a lot of you men to make changes. I understand the environment that you come from, but we a lot of us men who have become more clear thinkers, red-pilled, so to speak. We were all at different points in our life, but we were able to make that change. So there's absolutely no excuse. There's no excuse. You either want to make that change or you're going to stay exactly where you're at. So I'm not going to sit here and give you no benefit of the doubt. None. You get no benefit of the doubt from me. You a grown man just like me and other men are. You have to make that change. Instead of calling me and other men names, why don't you look at your life and see why it's the way it is? And why you're dealing with the issue that you're dealing with. A lot of you guys have dealt with all type of baby mama drama, women disrespecting you. I don't go through that. You go through that. I don't go through that. Can't remember the last time I ever went through that. But you go through that, but you want to call me names. I don't go through that. I don't take disrespect from women like a lot of you dudes who pretend like you don't get disrespect from women. Yes, you do. I can sense it. Your energy gives it away. Your energy gives it away. A lot of you guys get disrespected by the women that you with. They be withholding sex from you. You know what I'm saying? They be dominating you. I don't deal with that. You deal with that. I don't. That's why you dudes get online trying to perpetrate an image, pretending and lying to yourself. Right? You're pretending and lying to yourself. We can't relate. Even though I'm the misogynist and I'm the woman hater, I can't relate to being disrespected by women. Unless it's some female that's mad about a video that I made and she DMs me or emails me in her feelings, then she has to get checked. But other than that, women in my personal life, I don't go through the same shit you go through. And I don't bend, I don't fold, I don't break. But some of y'all do, but y'all want to get on here and pretend like you don't. A lot of y'all are bending and folding and doing splits for the women that you with. A lot of y'all are entertaining them. I don't. Y'all be entertaining them. Y'all some entertainers. I thought I was the entertainer, but you're the entertainer. Y'all out here entertaining heifers that don't want you like that, man. And you can't even see the truth. Salute to everybody that's here, man. A lot of you guys, man, you're with masculine women, man, and you out here pretending like you not, man. A lot of you dudes need to go and work on your issues. A lot of you dudes had traumatic childhoods and traumatic events in your life, and you refuse to go and fix those. You know? Go fix them. Right? I don't have any hate towards these others. None. It's cool, Jazz. Cool. A lot of these comments I look over and I look over. But I saw that, you were timed out, so I was like, nah, I don't think they were saying anything about me. You know? But salute to everybody that's here. Right? But yeah, like the only resistance I get is from women online that didn't like a video. But I think they end up coming around sooner or later because I'm a good guy. Well, yeah, wouldn't really say I'm humble, but I'm a good person, I guess. I don't know. But y'all got to stop being in your feelings, man. Listen, y'all need to hear what we got to say. Let me say this too. There's a lot of women, on this platform and others that are now trying to be, I guess, relationship experts to men. Let me tell y'all something, man. Don't believe the hype. That's all I would say, man. Listen, don't believe the hype, okay? A lot of times, listen, I'm not saying that women don't offer good things. They do, but if women were truly honest, we would understand them. And I don't think most women want that. They have a certain code, right? And they're not going to say things they know are going to get men more box. Like when I hear some of these female dating coaches, you can tell they're holding back. They're holding back because if we understood them, we'd be smashing even more. And they don't want that. They understand female like their girl code. They understand that. Us as men, we'll sell each other out in a second. I've seen it. If a woman is involved, you dudes are willing. You dudes are going to. You would do anything to impress that woman, get the attention of that woman. You will flip on a dude very quickly for a woman. You will. You will flip. If she looks good, you dudes will flip on. You would flip in a second, and that's sad, man. I ain't never had to do that because there's plenty of women out here, and the ones that are quality for me, I'm always gonna have access to. Y'all can have those other ones. I'm not going to fight over them. I'm not about to sit here and intervene in no situation at their behest. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. But if you want to fight for her attention and love, go do it, sir. But I'm not about to do that. I've never had to. I've never had to fight for the attention of any of these women because, again, and that's why I tell y'all, be mindful of the type of women that y'all are around and y'all want to support because that will be used against you. A lot of you guys, man, y'all weak for a pretty face. Don't let her be thick.
That pineapple show female. There be dudes in her comments saying protect her at all costs.
Oh boy. Listen. You know, man, listen, I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing live streams of females, like now they're dating coach. They all doing, you know, similar to what Kevin Samuels was doing, even though they probably spoke against him. I don't know, man. I mean, if y'all going there, you're being entertained, I mean, that's fine, man. But, you know, y'all can't go there and do all that, and then you go to another platform, and then you're F these women, these 304s, and I'm traveling. But like, bro, you were just over there professing your love. You were just professing your love, sir. Mm-hmm. You want to know what that IG look like? You want to know what that IG look like, man? You ain't fooling me. And these women know it too, man. They know a sucker when they see one, man. They know a sucker when they see one. I don't want y'all to be suckers, man. I really don't. Listen, if you want to be entertained and be like, I ain't got nothing against none of these people. They're out doing their thing. Maybe y'all have some recommendations. I've seen a few people here and there. But again, I don't have nothing against these people. These people are getting entertainment. They're enjoying the being in the company of these people. But understand this, if women were actually honest about women, really honest, and told y'all really how to get at these women, a lot of y'all probably will be elsewhere. Okay? You be entertaining yourself, you know, in the company of women out here. And again, man, I'm telling you, women are not gonna be honest about. They don't want you. I even had a female. I asked her a question, and she was like, "Wow, you're trying to sleep with more women or something like that?" Because I asked her about a question about women and attraction and how her dude got with her, and she was like, "Why?" Like, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's a question. But again, women are not going to give you the real game. They don't want you to know how a man can get them, or what men are actually looking for in them, or what they're looking for in men. When a man approaches them, or when they approach a man, they're not going to really tell you that, man. Have y'all noticed that the advice is sort of is very much so basic. It's very basic. It's like generic information. They never really tell you exactly how to, like, if you want to smash a chick on the first, definitely not going to tell you that. They are not going to tell you how to smash a chick the first day. They are not going to tell you that. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. Even if you're not trying to smash them, they're not going to let you smash one of these chicks because they want to be protective of each other. These women are very protective of each other, even if they don't know each other. So they're not going to tell you that. They're not, man. They want you to find out. They want you to find out. You know, you got to go do the research on your own. Roger, it's great hearing you. Okay, well, happy birthday, Shantia. Shout out to you. Shout out to Shantia, who's always been here, supporting, sending me, articles and stuff. Shout out to you. Cali Girl, was not true. So, Cali Girl, you would tell these guys how to, how to really, really approach women instead of not telling them, but not telling them. Because I really want to hear women say that. Like, if I hear a woman really telling y'all how to get with them, that would surprise me. And I would definitely listen to her. I would listen to her. Because I'm like, well, damn, she's really going to tell y'all how to, get them draws on the first day. The first hour. the first hour. I told y'all that story that there was a female content creator, right? This was years ago. She was known for having a pear-shaped body, right? This was like 2015, 2016. And she talked about how she was at a gas station and how when she was leaving, this dude was trying to talk to her. And she said that if she hadn't left as quickly as she did, she would have had sex with him that night. Because that's how attracted to him she was. You know? So yes, if these women, if they're out here being real and honest, man, there'll be a lot more smashing going on, I think. And you won't have to pay for the dating coaches.
The sisterhood of failure sticks together.
You sure that Mr. SF Black? So I'm pretty sure there are women out here who they've been in that situation where they were that close from giving it up, man. But they're not gonna give up is that, is that truth in certain situations. They're not going truth. You must make 100,000 plus to date a broke B. Man, come on. You listen, do you know how many broke men are smashing lawyers and registered nurses and, office supervisors and bankers? You know how many broke men are screwing educated, successful women? All this 100K is just talk. I'm telling y'all, it's more disingenuous talk. There's a lot of broke dudes out here who are living life being taken care of by multiple office managers and, bankers and, hairdressers and nail techs, right? School teachers. He must have a Dodge Charger. A lot of these dudes ain't doing nothing but screwing. And they dating whoever they want to date. Don't listen to that 100,000 nonsense. That's BS, man. Only women looking for that is a woman that's looking to be taken care of. But most of these women are out here, they out here supplementing these dudes' lifestyle. Taking them on trips, buying them clothes and shoes, man. I don't know if y'all seen that video of the female that caught her boyfriend in bed with her mother. And when she confronted them, she kicked him out the house and she said, "Take off all the stuff that I bought you. Don't take none of the stuff I bought you." Only thing he brought in that relationship was the clothes on his back, if it was his. And I'm saying, like, you got women out here, they really taking care of these dudes, man. So when you see these live streams of these women talking about they want a man that make 100,000, it's bullshit, man. It's bullshit. You got dudes that are homeless. You got dudes that don't even have a car, don't even have a license, and they're screwing a woman who owns her own business. And I did it when I did a live stream a while back. I showed y'all the video of the woman that destroyed the clothes and shoes of the dude she was dating, right? It's like, and she's destroying it. Now, these are stuff that she bought. And instead of her maybe selling that stuff to somebody else, giving like the shoes or whatnot, she cutting them up, bleaching them up, and I believe she set them on fire in her own house. Now that could have been a very bad situation, but you can't tell these hurt heifers nothing. These dudes are being taken care of. And they don't have no 100,000 100,000 a year. They don't have no 100,000. They don't even have $100 to their name, man. They just bringing the D to the relationship. They not bringing nothing else. They not bringing nothing else to that relationship. and one of your office supervisors is dating one of these guys. That's why they so mad when they come into work, because he's driving the gas out of her car every day. Or he done left and he won't answer her phone while she at work because he's off screwing other women. This is a homosexual society. A lot, especially in the black community, because I told y'all about these roles, these gender roles. A lot of these black men are out here being spoiled and taken care of. And, you know, that's what's going on. The roles have reversed and these women embrace it. So when I see them go on these live streams and try to pretend like they want a man that makes over 100,000, when that's not even the case. They're lying. They're looking for attention. They're looking for another hobo that attracts them. They're looking for an attractive hobo. That's what they're looking for. Shout out to everybody. So make sure y'all like the stream, huh? And we have to take back control of the narrative. That's why you see these men going out of their minds over these women, because they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing. All they have is that woman. So, of course, they're not going to let her go without a fight. So, again, when I see them do these streams and they talking about how they want a successful man that's rich, it's a lie, man. A lot of these women got a living boyfriend that lives with them. You know, that's why they online, because they're in a situation with a guy that they know brings nothing to that relationship, and he allows her to do whatever she wants. Of course, because that's her house. So he has to go by her rules. Like he's just lived, like they just roommates or something, or like he's just living with her. That's why you see these women online all day. Because they're living with a guy that if he says the wrong thing to her, she gonna kick him out. If he tells her you need to get out that live stream, you need to get off Instagram, stop putting up them thirst traps, he's getting kicked out the house. And he knows this. That's why he don't say nothing. That's why he don't say nothing. That's why these women never get checked, man. Because the dudes that they're with, they know if they say the wrong thing to her, she gonna kick them out. She gonna kick him out. So they just sit there all day while she online talking to other men. Of course, he can't say nothing. He can't do nothing because he living with her. I would hate that to be my life. Living off of a woman that's clearly broken and that clearly has a lot of issues with her father and men in general, and you're using that woman. That's not good. A lot of that is going on in the black community. A lot of you dudes out here using these women who you know got issues. We need to put an end to this. I'm telling you, man, these chicks are on these panels. Y'all got to shut up in the background. I can't say nothing while she on her live, because you know she gonna put your ass up. So you don't say nothing. You don't say nothing. But shout out to the women that don't do that, you know. The crazy thing is that, you know, the narrative is shifted to where if you're a woman that wants to be with a man that's masculine, you're going to get shamed for it. And I wish more women would speak out and say, listen, I don't want to be with an effeminate male who's a man child who needs to be taken care of, right? If you just coming home from jail, understand that would be an exception, Sonny, if he's coming home to his girlfriend or wife and he has to rebuild his life, right? That's gonna happen. But when you got men who probably have never been to jail maybe they were in jail maybe once, but they've never gotten their life on track. That's a whole different conversation. But I've been online for a long time, man. I've been on almost 2 hours talking to the fam. Shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all like the stream. Follow the social media. Y'all see the link that has all the link to all my social media. Join the Patreon. Subscribe to the other channels, okay? I don't want y'all hitting me up about topics I've already done videos on. I post content on 3 different channels, people. Jaye the Black, Basic Social Politics with Jaye the Black, and Jaye the Black Livestreams. So make sure y'all click that link that's pinned at the top, and that'll take you to everything that you need to be connected to. All right? I appreciate y'all being here, moderators, channel members. Thank you to all the people that have super chatted. This was a great live stream, man. You know, I think so. I think so. All right. And hopefully a lot of you brothers take what I say and understand that it is very constructive and that we can do a whole lot better out here.
Most hobo men have the Oedipus complex, Jay.
And I appreciate that. It seems like it. I mean, they look for mothers in these women. And I don't think that's talked about enough. I think we talk about a lot of different things. We don't talk about the fact that these guys look for their mother in these women, man. All right, people. Appreciate y'all being here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care and have a good well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so we might as well say late night. All right.